السلام عليكم اعزائي المشاهدين، مرحبا بكم مره اخرى. قبل ما ندوزو ان شاء الله الدرس الموالي كما وعدتكم نحاولوا نبداو بالتصحيح ديال التمرين اللي عطيتكم قبل بالنسبه للبكالوريا. نبداو بالاول جمله. ساره wants to get the first mark. That's why she works day and night. عطينا الاكسبرسيون so that. اذا اول حاجه قال لي الاستاذ خصني نحدد البيربس. شنو هي البيربس؟ اذا البيربس ديما قال لي راه كتكون فيها اما فيرب want ولا شي اكسبرسيون ديال البيربس. فيها بيربس اذا هي الجمله الاولى. ساره this is the purpose. حددت البيربس. يس. اذا ملي حددت البيربس شنو قال لي الاستاذ؟ قال لي سو ذات كتكون موراها سابجيكت. شنو هو السابجيكت؟ ساره. تري بيان. ساره بليس شنو؟ كان القاعده اللي قرينا كان ولا كانت ولا كود ولا كودنت بالنسبه للبريزون باسي. نحدد نجي وانتس. فاش نصرفها في البريزون اوف باسي في البريزون. اذا اش غندير انا؟ غنشوف واش افيرماتيف ولا نيجاتيف. اذا غتكون كان ولا كانت. wants affirmative ولا نيجاتيف؟ اذا affirmative. اش غتكون معها؟ كان. اذا so that ساره كان شنو؟ get the نكمل الجمله ديالي the first mark. واش غتبقى هاد that's why؟ لا غادي تولي كما. علاش درت كما هنا؟ حيت بديت بالاكسبرسيون قلنا راه اساسيه. so that ساره can get the first mark she works day and night. حبستها استاذ علاش حيدتي ديك ذات سوايت؟ حيت هذه ذات سواي، حيت هذه اكسبرسيون رابط من الروابط. داكشي اش درنا هنا. اذا ما يمكنش ندير جوج روابط جوج الجمل. عندي غير جوج الجمل ندير جوج روابط. اذا جوج الجمل غتجمعهم رابط واحد اللي هو so that. ندوز للجمله الثانيه. I practice sports regularly. I don't want to gain weight. نفس الشيء. فين راها البيربس؟ البيربس هي الجمله الثانيه. اذا so as not to شنو قرر لي الاستاذ؟ بلاس انفينيتيف. نقدر قلنا ملي كيعطيوها لي بين قوسين كنديرها في الاول ولا في الوسط؟ نديرو هذه في الوسط. اذا غنجي ندير I practice sports regularly so as not to. واش كندير لا بونكتياسيون؟ لا، حيت قلنا كندير اكسبرسيون في الوسط ما كنديرش لا بونكتياسيون. اذا so as not to هذه كلها كتمشي ونزيد verb in the infinitive gain weight. Is this clear? Okay. So number 3. They train well so as to gain the game. وعندي for. اشنو قررني الاستاذ؟ for قال لي شنو هي؟ for موراها جيرند ولا infinitive وقال لي ما تدخلش في جيرند ولا ناون. قال لي ما تدخلش في المشاكل ديما سير من الجيرند. اذا فر الجمله اللي كتعود البيربس هي هذه. اذا غادي نقدر نبدا بفور. فور شفار الفيرب gain. اذا for gaining ing for gaining the game. شنو خاصني ندير في الوسط؟ very good. خاصني ضروري كما. so for gaining the game they train well. Is this clear? Now we move to the sentence number 4. Number 4, Mrs. Bukri created a company with the objective of giving value to local products. عندي الاكسبرسيون ديال in order that جاتني في الوسط. إذا أول حاجة كنحدد فيها البيربس. إذا البيربس هي with the objective of giving value to the local products. إذا غنجيب الجملة الأولى عادية نحطها هنا. Mrs. Bukri created a company in order that اش كتقول لي القاعده؟ بلاس وات بلاس subject. in order that واش عندي شي subject هنا؟ لا. على ما كنهضر على Mrs. Booker in order that she give value. اذا ما عرفتش هنايا واش البريزون واش الباسي واش. اذا كنرجع للفيرب ديال الجمله الاولى created. اش من طون هذا في الباسي. اذا كنرجع لافيرماتيف ولا نيجاتيف؟ غنقول Mrs. Bukri created a company in order that she could what? Give infinitive. Give what? Value. ونكمل الجملة ديالي to local products. Is this clear? Number 5. Karim didn't want to stay in his country, so he applied for a visa to USA. عطاونا ليكسبرسيون في الوسط. اذا فرا الجمله ديال purpose. الجمله ديال purpose كريم didn't want to stay in his country. اذا هذه الجمله هي اللي غتجي هنا. غنبدا بهي، ولكن من الاحسن واش غتبدا عندي الجمله بهي ولا بكريم؟ هي هو كريم. اذا نبدا كريم، غير كنبدل هذه بكريم. كريم applied for a visa to USA in order not to. علاش درنا not؟ حيت عندي هنا he didn't want. In order not to plus infinitive stay in his what? Country. Very good. In order not to stay in his country. Number 6 and the last one is Nancy prepared lunch early. She wanted to watch her favorite film. نفس الشيء. في الرانكس الجملة اللي كتدل على purpose هي هذه. إذا with a view to راه قراني الأستاذ شنو موراها noun or gerund. شنو نتبع أنا السهلة gerund. إذا with a view to شنو الفيرب هو watch. إذا with a view to watching. حبسها أستاذ علاش الفيرب want؟ شنو قلنا ديك المرة؟ قلنا هذا اللي فيها want ما كتبقاش في الجملة. إذا with a view to watching her favorite شنو؟ فيلم. واش غندير كاما ولا ما نديرش كاما؟ ضروري ندير كاما. اوكي so I put كاما Nancy شنو؟ prepared. ونكمل الجملة الأولى prepared lunch early. Is this clear؟ نتمنى ان هذا التمرين يجيكم سهل. الا جاكم سهل يعني احنا فهمنا الدرس. جاتكم شي صعوبه ممكن انكم ديروا لي في التعليقات اشنو هي الصعوبه اللي لقيتوها. ودابا ان شاء الله ندوزو للدرس الموالي. Good evening. I would like to explain to you a lesson today which is a very important lesson using just the language or the English language. اذا مرحبا بكم جميعا. اليوم غنحاول ندير واحد الدرس ان شاء الله مستعمل اللغه الانجليزيه فقط باش نحاولوا نقارنوا الدرس اللي درنا باللغه العربيه والدرس اللي غنديرو باللغه الانجليزيه ان شاء الله، وتقول لي شكون اللي فهمتوا به اكثر باش ديك الساعه ان شاء الله نواصلوا به. اوكي so our lesson today is going to be simple past and past perfect. This is a very important lesson. Okay so when you want to conjugate a verb in a tense you must know the three forms of this verb in this tense. For example, let's start with the simple past, affirmative form, negative form, and interrogative form. So in affirmative form, we have two types of simple past. We have the first type, which is regular what? Verbs. Very good. So regular verbs. And we have the second type, which is irregular what? Verbs. Okay? So speaking about regular verbs, we have 4 cases. We have the first case, which is verb plus ed, like the verb watch. This is the infinitive. If you want to change it to the past, we say watched. We put ed, okay? So we have verb plus d, and this is mostly used with the verbs that finish in e, like the verb love. It finishes in e, so we add just d, okay? So the third type, it is verb plus ied, and this is used for the verbs that finish, for example, the verb study. The verb study, it's finished in y, but before y we have what? D is what? Consonant or vowel? It is a consonant. So when we have a verb that's finished in y, and before y we have a consonant, we drop y, we drop it, okay? And we put ied. And we have the fourth type, which is double the last consonant plus ed. Example, the verb stop. We double p and we put ed, okay? And we have irregular verbs. When we speak about irregular verbs, you have also 2 types. We have the first type, which is partially changed. Like, for example, speak. We change it in the past to the verb spoke, okay? We don't change it totally, but just partially. And we have a second type that we totally change it, which is like the verb go. We say went is the past of the verb go. So now let's move on to the negative form. If you want to conjugate any verb in simple past using negative form, we follow this form. It is subject plus did not, full form, or didn't, very good, or didn't, plus infinitive. Example, let us use the verb watch. We say, we didn't, the same thing we use the verb watch, not watched, okay, we didn't watch, so I, you, he, she, it, we, you, they, didn't watch. Short form. The full form we use did not. For example, we can say, here with irregular verbs we use Tom did not go. Did not go. So we use here, we didn't say did not went. No, so we use plus infinitive. So this is the rule for the negative form. So this rule we can use it with all the verbs, the two types. Either they are regular or irregular. So now we move on to interrogative form. Also interrogative form, we have a specific form. We start with did plus subject plus infinitive, then we put the question mark. This is the rule. For example, we can say did, this is as an example, we say did Samir play, for example, tennis, and we put question mark. Another example, say, did Tom eat lunch? Then we put a question mark. Is it clear? So, a very important thing is the difference between verbs in the past is only in the affirmative form, but they are the same in negative form and interrogative form. Now, we move to another part of our lesson, which is the past perfect, okay? So when we speak about past perfect, affirmative form, this is the form of the past perfect. It is subject plus had plus past participle. And you know what is past participle? All the verbs or any verb has the infinitive, the simple past, and the past participle. For example, watch, infinitive. The past, watched. The past participle is watched. So for regular verb, it's very simple. The past participle is like simple past. Loved, loved, studied, studied, stopped, stopped. But the difference is in irregular verbs. For example, speak, spoke. The past participle is spoken. Okay? Go, went. The past participle is gone. Okay. Example, we say, they had gone, what? To school. They had gone to school. Okay? So, this is for affirmative form. This is the form. Now, we move to negative form. Negative form is just, we have subject plus had, and we put here not. So you say it is, the form is subject plus had, not, full form. The short form is, very good, is hadn't, plus past participle. This is the rule of the negative form for the past perfect. So, let us change this verb into past perfect negative form. We say, they, what? Hadn't gone. They hadn't gone to school. Is it clear? So interrogative form, we follow this form. We just take had and we place it before the subject, and the form is had plus subject plus past participle. This is the rule. For example, if I want to ask the same question using this sentence here, I say, had they gone to school? Is it clear? So now we finish with the first part. Okay, yes sir. It's very simple for me to know how to conjugate verbs in the simple past and the past perfect. But the very important thing is when we are going to use simple past or past perfect, and this is our main point. Okay, so the second part of our lesson is going to be based on this example. If I ask you this question, Tom watched TV, then he go to bed yesterday. So the action of watch and go, they happen when? Very good, they happen in the past. How do you notice in the past? Because we have yesterday, okay? So now if I ask you this question, where is the first action? The first action. So the first action is watch TV or go to bed. So the first action is watch TV. So this is first action, okay? And where is the second action? Yes, he go to bed. So this is the second action. Is this clear? So what is the expression that you find here that gives you the order of the actions? Excellent. This is the expression then. So when we have two at least of actions that happen in the past and we have an expression that gives the order and B, this is very important. The first action we use with it past perfect. But the second action we use with it what? Simple past. So someone to answer this here? Very good. So here I will say Tom, what do you say? So change watch with what? Past perfect, and we say past perfect is had plus past participle, and we say what? Had watched. Yes, had watched. Then he. So here we say what? Very good. Simple past. We say then he went to bed. Is it clear? So what matters? This lesson is based only in this here. The first action and the second action. If you make the difference between, or if you differentiate between the first action and the second action, it will be very simple for you to use either simple past or past perfect. Okay, now I'm going to base or give you the most important expressions that we use when we are speaking about either simple past or past perfect. Here, I'm going to give you two big categories. The first category, this is category 1A, we have before, we have after that, we have then, we have later, we have second, we have next, and we have when, okay? So always these expressions, they join at least two sentences or two actions. So I'm going to give you an example here. These expressions, you can place them in the middle, most of the time in the middle or at the beginning. I'm going to give you an example. Look at this sentence here. Example, I say, Salim, okay? Salim play football before he take a shower, okay? So if I say Salim play football before he take a shower. If I ask you this question, where is the first action? Is it play football or take a shower? Excellent, it is play football. So this is the first action. And this is, very good, the second action. So if I tell you this, what tense that I'm going to use here? So here I'm going to first action is what? Past perfect. And the answer is going to be what? Had, what? Very good, played. Or let us just clean it and reverse it with this. We say had, what? Played. Very good. Football. Before he, so here we have what? Two. Excellent. Took. He took a shower. So pay attention, please. These expressions are always followed by action 1 or action 2 before. Action 1, very good. Action 2. It means we are going to use what? Simple past. And here, always we have action 1, we use past perfect. Is this clear? Clear. So this here is the very important expressions that we have as a first category. These expressions, before, after that, then, later, second, next, when, are always followed by what? Are always followed by simple past. Either they are at the beginning or in the middle, no problem. Whenever I see them, plus past, simple past. And the second action we use, and the other action we use past perfect. Okay, so we have a small problem here. Is this clear, this? So we have a small problem here with the when. I'm going to explain it to you here. So when Look at this example. I'm going to give another example here that is going to be about when. Look here. I say example. Last week, when I come home, my mother already prepare lunch. So pay attention. If I ask you this question, look here. Last week when I came home, my mother already prepared lunch. So whenever we have when and we use with it already, we are speaking about simple past and the past perfect. If we don't have already, we are not speaking about past perfect. We are speaking only about simple past and past continuous. Long action and short action, we are going to see it later. So here we say, last week when I, very good. So this is simple past because we have when plus simple past. When I came, very good. When I came, change it to A. Home, my mother had already what? Prepared. We use past perfect here, and here we use simple past. Is it clear? But when we don't have already, we say, last week when I came home, my mother prepared lunch. I don't have here the order. But when we use already, we give or we express the order. Is this clear? Now, I'm going to move with you in another part of a lesson which is very important. Also, a second category. This is A, so now we move to B, okay? We move to B. Also, we have another group of expressions, which is very important. What are they? We have after, before, that, since, as, because, as soon as. And this is very important, as soon as. It means three national exams, you have this expression, as soon as, okay? After, before that, since, as, because, as soon as. So when I speak about since here, I'm not speaking about since plus time, no. Since, which means because. For example, because I am ill, I go to school. Since I am ill, I go to school, okay? So here we have an action, and here we have another action. So I'm going to give an example. Look at this example. Yesterday, the past always, yesterday, after Kamal, clean the dishes, he answered his email or emails. Yes. Yesterday, after Kamal cleaned the dishes, he answered his email. So if I ask you this question, where is the first action? Clean the dishes or answer the emails? Very good. This is clean the dishes. This is the first action. It means these expressions are always followed by the first action, which is, do we use here simple past or past perfect? Very good. So we use past perfect. So here what do we say? After Kamal, what? Good. Had what? Had cleaned the dishes, he what? And answered, because this is the second action. So we say what? And answered, we use simple past. It means here we have what? The second action, so we use simple past. Is this clear? Okay. Generally speaking, please, in this lesson, simple past and past perfect, what matters? What is the very important thing is, I must find the first action, then the second action. The first action is always used with the past perfect. The second action is always used with simple past. But the most important expressions are the ones I gave you here. So if I ask you this question, can we use the past perfect alone? It means one action and we use with it past perfect? Never. So past perfect always needs another action.
So sometimes you can have more than one action. You can have 2, 3, 4, 5 actions. So just the first one that we use with its past perfect. 2, 3, 4, 5 are in simple past, simple past, simple past. Is it clear? So I wish I could have answered all the questions that is in your mind speaking about the simple past and the past perfect. And now I'm going to provide you with 3 sentences extracted from the national exams that you are going to answer them using either simple past or past perfect, okay? Now we move on to the exercise. Exercise, use simple past or past perfect. I'm going to read to you the sentences. These sentences are extracted from national exams. 1. Karim came back to Morocco in 2014 after he worked as a journalist for 6 years. 2. Tom worked in Marseille before he moved to Paris last year. 3. Amin worked as an engineer before he immigrated to Canada. So this exercise, I'm going to give it to you in this video. For the next video, inshallah, we are going to try to correct it before we move to other lessons. And I wish I could be helpful for you. Thank you very much and stay safe. Bye-bye.